Oh, come on. Okay, so today's the daily, well, the weekly mountain run that we're gonna have to do in order to get all those mounts that we can farm every week. So I have the list here next to me, the ones you can farm daily and the ones you can farm weekly. And I think we might start with the dailies since they reset tomorrow, so we might as well get them over with. The first one that we're gonna try and get today is, well, let's see, how many are these? There's 2 that we're gonna try and get. 3 that we're gonna try and get. There's a couple different ones. We're gonna start the Stormwind, and then we're gonna just take them one by one. It has been a long day for me, so I'm finally sitting down, doing a bit of streaming, just relaxing. Hello, and welcome back. It's weird, it doesn't even register that there's a viewer. I'm just going to refresh the browser here. Yeah, now it registers. It wasn't updating. So again, the same plan today, since it's Wednesday, everything resets, is that we're going to try again with all those mounts. Because we tried yesterday, right before it reset, so we have a chance again today. There's one specific mount that I wanted for a while, and I'm sort of considering asking the guild for help with that one, because it's one of those where you go to Firelands, and then you have to do all the achievements, and then you will get a mount for it, which is the purple version of this one right here, actually. Let me just sit down. There's the Firehawk. Is it glitching? It's not doing anything. Oh my god, I think the game is glitched. Everything is not responding. It's gonna lock me out in just 15 seconds. Like nothing is responding. Yeah, it's gonna lock me out. That's what you want after a long day. It's been more of a trip outside the house day. Different errands all day. So I've been out since noon. I did record, edit, and upload a tutorial previously. That's the one that was up on MM2 today. And then afterwards I had to go out the house for a little while. It's not locking me out. Oh, is it glitched? Can't attack while pacified? What does that mean? I'm not pacified. I'm gonna have to shut down the game because it is, yeah, it's not even responding to me shutting it down. So I'm gonna have to shut this game down and restart it again. It's kind of annoying. End task. That's the first time I've experienced that. Let's try to start the game again. There we go. I hope it registers in OBS. Yeah, it is. Good. I can't have... If I had one more screen, I could have OBS in that screen and then my chat window on... yeah, the C# array one. That's the one I uploaded. Okay. We didn't spawn too far away, so that's good. Yeah, the purple version of the Firehawk, which is one of the mounts you can get that is actually pretty rare. So that's one of the mounts I'm really happy that I got. It's one of the... I found out I had the mount in my bag after about a week during the end of Legion. Yeah, mine too. Other people, they from the guild, they also had the game crash. Oh. Okay, so this one is heroic difficulty, not mythic. So we want to make sure we have the right one. If you choose Mythic and you go into a dungeon that doesn't have Mythic inside of it, it's going to reset to normal. So we want to make sure we double check that it is heroic. It is. Good. Yeah. About the whole Article 13 thing, it's not something we have to freak out about. It's one of those things that people, they blow out of proportions. I tried to read up a little bit on it, and it is essentially just, from what I could understand, that there's going to be some more safety measures when it comes to certain copyrighted material. Which means that stuff like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, they just need to have some extra safeguards up when it comes to... Oh, I got something here I could actually sell, maybe. They need to put up some extra safeguards. I think that's pretty much what it is. And people, they're freaking out too much about it. Again, it's one of those things that people don't really know what it is. They are just freaking out about it, and then they share false information, and then people, they freak out even more, and then they just keep sharing it. And it's just not something I'm going to be talking too much about, because it's just stupid. I don't think the world is going to go under, or the internet, for that sake. Okay, so this one drops the mount. So it's very important that we roll. This time it's the metal die. So we'll see what we get here. It's gonna make some noise when I throw it on the desk, because it's a bit more noisy. 15! We'll see. Is it today? Oh no, it's glitching again. Okay. It didn't react to me trying to attack. Maybe they're updating stuff on the servers. Or maybe maybe the servers are going down because of Article 13. Oh no, it's the end of the world. I love that you can just exit flight form, you can just jump back into it. So that was the first one. We didn't get anything from that one. The next one we are going to attempt is going to be the one that has 2 mounts that might drop. And that's a bit further down south. Once we've done those, we're going to go to Northrend, because there is another one there. And we're just going to go ahead and take some of the different raids and stuff that is in Northrend while we're there. So there's a daily dungeon there that drops a... oh, what are those called? Some like proto drakes. It drops a proto drake, which looks blue. I think we have to go this way. A little bit. Yeah, it's Stranglethorn Vale, so we have to go this way. Yeah, it's Article 13. The end is nigh. Yeah. This is an energy drink that was on sale today, so. Well, not an energy drink, a protein drink with chocolate. So I might have some good tasting chocolate with protein in it. Not like I need protein. That's good. It's good chocolate milk on sale. Let's see. Oh, don't go too far away. I think it's right by this tree over here that we have to go into the dungeon. And then we have a chance to get a panther or a raptor. So there's 2 mounts. Same like yesterday. Same thing. We need to roll twice. So we're gonna do the rolls prematurely to see what we're going to get in this one. 8. That's the same as yesterday. I kept rolling 8. Let's see what this again. 1. If we think about it, when I roll 18 or 20, I never get mounts. So maybe the luck is going the other way. Maybe the 1 is the lucky number. Okay, so it's down here. So we'll see. Maybe we get lucky. If I do actually get a mount drop now, I'll consider 1 being the lucky number. Just gonna sprint. There's no need for us to walk slowly. I've never done this dungeon with a character that is at the same level as the dungeon is. So I don't know how it is to run this dungeon when it's difficult. I could imagine it being a little bit annoying because there's so many mobs in here. Is this the raptor? Is this the panther? Let me just go and double check. It is... Is it this guy? Yeah, this is the guy. He drops the raptor. Bum ba da bum ba da da na na. Indiana Jones. Wait, what's going on here? My travel for... Wait, what? What just happened? Am I in tank mode? I'm a guardian! Why am I a guardian? Something glitched. I was not in Guardian when I started playing. I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, this is a neat drop. Sell that. I started doing a lot of auction house selling, like trying to turn stuff on the auction house. I buy it cheap and then I sell it for more. Then hopefully I can get something out of it. Can all classes stealth or just night elves? Because in Warcraft 3 only night elves could during the night while staying still. Carefully, might get claimed for humming. I was thinking it. I was thinking that I should, like, I might get a copyright claim just by humming Indiana Jones. I was thinking it when I did it, and I considered saying something about it. All the different races have different racial abilities, and the Night Elves are the only race that has stealth as part of the race. And it doesn't have to be nighttime. You can just do it anytime you want. It has a 2-minute cooldown, so while you stand still, you can just go into stealth. And then if you start moving around, then you break the stealth. But some classes do also have stealth. So like the Feral, which is the class I'm playing right now, always have stealth. Like I can just poof into it. It has a 6-second cooldown, so now I'm stealthy. If you play the Rogue, then you also have stealth, which is a 2-second cooldown. If you play the Hunter, then you have 1-minute stealth with a 1-minute cooldown afterwards. That's quite a big of a cooldown. If you play the Mage, didn't get it. If you play the Mage, then you also have a type of stealth. But I think you can't see your enemies from that stealth when you're a Mage. I don't know, but I think that's how it works, because all characters sort of disappear when you enter stealth there. So one race has stealth as part of them, and then otherwise it's based on classes. Rogue and Feral Druid, I believe, are the only 2 classes that has infinite stealth when they can move around. And that was one of my I experimented a lot with which class I wanted to main in the game, which means which one you want to primarily be playing in the game. And I've been going through all the classes except mage and priests. Like all the other classes I've played extensively just to sort of figure out if I wanted to play them. I had a couple of criterias. I wanted my class to... I didn't consider this one to begin with, but I found out there was a really important thing that I wanted, which was stealth. And there's very few classes that can do stealth. I did the Hunter for quite a long time, because the Hunter has kind of stealth. It has stealth for 1 minute, and then a 1 minute cooldown on it, which is terrible if you like stealth. So I played the Hunter for quite a long time, and it's quite fun to have the pets as well, because you can go out and kind of capture pets, kind of like in Pokemon. And your pet can act like a tank, and it acts like a healer if you have a specific specialization chosen. It can actually heal you up every single 30 seconds, which is a really powerful healing technique. So as a hunter, you can essentially take on bosses without dying, because you just let your pet tank for you, and you just keep healing your pet, and the pet keeps healing you if you actually take damage. So I played the hunter for quite a long time. But I also wanted other requirements. I wanted to be able to play a healer or a tank if I needed to, which the hunter can't. Which direction is it? Did I go the wrong way? No, here it is. So I tried out the monk to see if that was something I wanted to do. I tried the paladin to see if that was something I wanted to do. Out of the monk and paladin, I liked the paladin the most when it came to gameplay, because the monk was kind of boring gameplay wise, but I liked the monk tank the most, and the healing was kind of fun too. But pure DPS wise, I liked the paladin the most. Didn't get anything. So what do we do now? We're just gonna go back to Stormwind, I guess. I also had to consider, do I want to play a ranged class or do I want to play a melee class? Which you're asking as well in the comments. I never really enjoyed ranged classes. I always fancied playing a melee class, which was also one of the reasons that I went away from the hunter, because the one specialization you have where you can actually play with one of those pets that heals you up and acts as a tank, it requires that you're a ranged class, so you have to be fighting at a distance. But he can specialize into a survival hunter, which is a melee class that fights up close, and it's actually a really fun class to play. But then you lose your pet healing ability, which takes the healer out of that specific specialization. Okay, let's see. We need to go to Northrend. It's over here. The paladin I felt was a little bit slow walking around. I like agile classes. That was another criteria. One of the reasons I liked the hunter was because it was like you were jumping all over the place and the enemies just couldn't catch you. It was so much fun. Where the paladin was a little bit more slow and not really my playstyle. The monk is a fast class, but I don't know, I didn't really feel the monk. So the best damage dealer, in my opinion. Well, that's a difficult question to answer. It changes every single month. They balance things out. But probably the most important, like the only time you should, like a certain class is overpowered over other classes, is at the beginning of an expansion. Because at the beginning of an expansion, a new expansion, all the classes are sort of being tweaked and experimented with, and some classes are just weaker and some are stronger than others. Then after a while, like right now, I do actually think that the classes are pretty good where they are right now. We have them sort of balanced out. So really the thing you need to ask yourself is not which one is the strongest one, but which one do you personally have the best playstyle with. If I were to pick up a Death Knight, I love the theme of the Death Knight. I think it's so cool. But my natural gameplay style is not suited to a Death Knight. So even though I played a Death Knight for so long, I did actually main Death Knight throughout the entire last part of Legion. I just didn't do good damage because I had a really difficult time playing the Death Knight because it's a very immobile class. It doesn't move around a lot, and you have to really consider it's a very technical class when it comes to attacking as well. Whereas the Hunter is just like completely natural to me. So with the Hunter, even though the Death Knight might be the best one out of the Death Knight and Hunter, you have to look at the balancing part, then I would still do more damage with the Hunter because I was better with the Hunter. So it's really about what do you personally like to play. The Hunter, I didn't have to think. I could just use my spells without looking down on my spell bar. And the Death Knight is just... I had such a difficult time. I could do the spells, but when it came to the gameplay part, you know, distancing yourself to the opponent the right way, stunning him at the right time, I just had a really difficult time. So it's not as much about which class is the strongest, it's more about which class do you personally play better. So at least that's my opinion when it comes to that. Of all the different classes I tried, I actually found out I'm quite good as a ranged, which I don't like. I like playing a melee spec, so in that case I wanted to play something that was very agile, because I can't play melees that are slow. That is just not something that I'm good at. So that's why I ended up with the Druid, because it's probably the fastest class in the game, because you always have really high ground speed and you can attack at the same time if you play the Feral. So it's a very fast class to play. Right now I know that the Warlock is considered by the general community to be a really strong DPS class, because it just seems to be a little bit overpowered at the moment, but they are nerfing it during the next patch. I don't know if the next patch has arrived, but they will be doing that. Like, people are actually talking about that, oh, now we're gonna see less Warlocks because they are getting like really nerfed because they're so strong right now, according to the community. One thing that's sort of bad about that community perception about classes is that the Feral Druid, at the beginning of Battle for Azeroth, which is the latest expansion, they were considered one of the worst classes or specializations, actually, because the Druid as a class is not bad, but some of the specializations might be bad. But the Feral was considered very bad to play. Like, it had low DPS, you just couldn't survive against another class. Then they balanced things out, and now we're actually one of the most intimidating 1v1 classes that you can actually fight. But the community hasn't caught up with that yet. Like, we have been fixed. There's been so many buffs since then, since the beginning of the expansion. And now we're just like completely fine. But like I said, the community doesn't know that. So if I were to try and join some kind of dungeon or raid, then I always get a private message, or at least a lot of times I get a private message from people asking, are you playing Feral or Balance? Because if you play Balance, then you're welcome. If you play Feral, then we don't want you. So that's kind of annoying. But you know what? Because I'm playing a class specialization I really enjoy playing, I don't care whether or not they like this specialization or not. So, but isn't the game classes divided into tank, healer, damage, support? Why nerf DDs? Is that damage dealers? Is the job to be overpowered? High damage but squishy. Well, yeah, but you can have, if you take all the different damage dealers in the game, they should be somewhat evenly powered between them. It is important to point out here as well that there's so many differences in the different classes that some classes just performs very well in PvP, other classes performs very well in raids, some perform very well in mythic dungeons. It depends on the content that you have in the game. Oh, I can sell that too. I'm getting a lot of bunch of stuff here. If you take the Shaman, for example, the shaman enhancement shaman, at least, is a very random class. Like, it's one of those. Oh, I'm getting another thing here. That's so great. It's one of those classes that, if you don't like luck when it comes to your damage, then you're not gonna enjoy the enhancement shaman, because it's a lot to do with luck. There's a certain attack that you rely on that you can get for free just about 50% of the time you attack. So if you have a really bad stroke of luck, then you won't be attacking as much. Whereas something like the Feral Druid here is very consistent. I know exactly how much damage I deal. I can almost get the same damage out every single time, plus minus critical strikes. So it's a much more reliant class, and I like that. But yeah, it's when it comes to balancing out these different classes, it's very important that you can kind of see it as, have you ever played, what is it called? Not Outlast, what is it? I can't, what is it called? You know, the one with the vaults and stuff? Like Skyrim or something, where you have a character and then you have intelligence, you have strength, you have endurance, and like you have different stats you need to give them, like different areas they might be good in, and then you have 10 points you need to spread out somewhere on this tree here of talents. And that's kind of what the classes are like in this game. So even though you might say, well, if I were to take a warrior and fight 1 versus 1 against my Feral Druid here, and they have the same gear, I will win most of the time, because I'm just a much better class when it comes to 1 versus 1. That's just how it is. Does that mean that my Feral Druid is overpowered? No, because when it comes to other content, let's say raiding, the warrior might be much better for raiding than it is for 1 versus 1 PvP. If you take 3 versus 3 PvP where you have a healer on each team, then the warrior might even be better than my Feral Druid again. So it's like give and take depending on the content, whether or not your class is good or not. And that's also a huge thing you need to consider when you start the game. Like, if you enjoy playing a certain class, you also need to consider what exactly is that class good at. Take the rogue, for example. If you were to take a rogue and say, well, I want to take down this open world rare boss that is supposedly supposed to be taken down by 5 people, a rogue is going to have a horrible time trying to take... Oh my god, the frame rate. It's going to have a horrible time trying to take down that boss just by, you know, soloing it with 1 person. Whereas if you were to take my Feral Druid, I have so many different healing spells and protectives that I can much better protect myself and take down one of those bosses without breaking a sweat. But my rogue might have a difficult time with it. So again, it's about, you know, what are you good at? Yeah, this was the guy that dropped the the thing, and he didn't drop it. Diablo 2 has a similar system too. Yeah, so you have classes that are just good in certain areas. And again, it's one of those things where if you have, let's say, the Warlock right now, that is just outperforming classes in almost everything, then they need to be nerfed, because they should not be good at everything, if you kind of get what I mean. There should be a reason that if Warlocks could do everything, then you would only invite Warlocks to your raid, for example. Whereas if you want to raid and you have, let's say, your... I killed him immediately. If you were to raid and you were to have, let's say, a druid healer, which is very good for when it comes to healing many people at the same time, and then you were to say, okay, well, we need 1 healer that is really good at just making sure the tank doesn't die, then you might invite a paladin, because they're really good at single target healing when you go into the healing specialization with the paladin. So again, just when it comes to healing, like there's different areas that they're good at. The paladins are good at single target healing. Druids are good at many people healing, if that's what you can. AoE healing. Monks are also really good at when it comes to single target healing. They also have quite a few, you know, healing everyone else. Restoration shamans, they are very good at healing small groups of people at the same time, as well as single target. So it's sort of, shamans are very known for having, like, not being the best in one thing, but doing everything just about good. Like, that's what shamans are known for, which is kind of funny, I think. Okay, let's see. We might as well just take... I'm not sure I want to do Storm Peaks, to be honest. Like, that mount up there is not really something that I'm that interested in. So, Ice Crown Citadel. It's just such long raids. I've been trying to get Invincible's reigns every single week for a long time. Like, recently I have not been trying to get that mount. It is just that I've gotten really bored with that raid. Like, I've been trying to get it many times. We'll do it. We'll do it today. We'll do it. And then afterwards, I will do Borean Tundra. There's a raid in here, the Nexus, I think it's called, where you can get a chance of 2 mounts. Apparently, you have, what was it, 5% chance of a mount? That's what they claim. So let me just go and check it here. Let's see. Yeah, 5% chance for both mounts. 5% chance for both mounts. So we have a 10% chance, essentially, of getting a mount here. That's actually not very bad odds. Should I do Malagos first? I'm really curious if I'm gonna get something there. We'll do Malagos first, and then we'll go back. Even though it's a slightly longer route, we'll do that one. I really like this zone over here with the tall trees. Like, this is really one of the most beautiful zones in the entire game. And the sad part is I've never quested in this zone before. Like, it's kind of Irish, northern, Viking looking, and I really like how that looks like. I can say that this is good for the throat when you talk a lot on stream. I think it's... Is it a milk product? It might not be. I don't think it's milk based. Maybe it's just water with protein powder and then, I don't know, sugar. Oh, this music in the background? Yeah, I hope they have the rights for that too. Otherwise I'm gonna get in trouble. No, the music in WoW should be non-copyrighted. I mean, it's part of the game, and they know that streamers play the game all the time, and they advertise for the game companies, so if they started sending out copyright strikes for people playing their game, then they would lose marketing. I also brought this. This is a healthy snack. It's, I don't know if they have that. Well, I know in Europe we have this sort of thing. I don't know about other parts of the world. In the beginning, I thought this was a thing they had everywhere, like rye bread. But when I moved to the US for a short while and lived there for about 3.5 years, I found out that they don't have anything called rye bread. I mean, they have rye bread, but they don't have it. Like, they have the word for it, but they don't sell it. So you had to make it at home if you wanted it. And this is like a rye bread snack. I'm gonna open it up. It's tempting. It's sitting here looking at me. Ah, don't make too much noise. My dog is in here too. He might suddenly smell it and then get really hungry. I wouldn't consider this healthy. I would actually say I gain weight by drinking this. No. I have... a few years ago, well, what is that, like 5 years ago? Oh my god, I'm getting old. I had, when I was studying, I'll say that, when I was studying, that was many years ago. No, I'll start, I moved to the US when I was 15. And when I moved there, I had been doing boxing while living here in Denmark. I was in very good shape. I moved to the US. I started doing all sorts of martial arts. And I even started teaching it. And then when I moved back here to Denmark, I had my own team that I was teaching. And I jogged 2-3 times a day. And I was just in really good shape. And then I moved away from the big city because I had to start studying somewhere else. And it was because of a breakup with a previous girlfriend. So I had to live with my parents for a while, and I just wanted to get out of the house again so I could live on my own. So I found this cheap place in a small town, which is the place I met my girlfriend, my current one. And when I moved there was not really anyone to teach, and there was no, like, not really the same enthusiasm for running because I wasn't doing martial art anymore. And then I started gaining weight. So now I'm trying to get a little bit healthier. I'm trying to not eat as much processed food, if that's what you say. Kefir, if that's the word for it, is like a sort of healthy yogurt. I eat that a couple of times a day for my different meals. So I try to cut down the meals to many times a day, but not as much, which is the healthy thing to do. So trying to get back into shape. I also started jogging. I jogged yesterday, yesterday evening. Trying to get in shape again. Yeah, I used to be a health freak, which is kind of weird. Like I've always been a geek, like a nerd. I've enjoyed video games all my life, and I was never really fit until I started doing all that martial art. Let's see if this is the right... Oh, we need to have 10-player mode, that's important. There we go. So this one is supposed to drop 2 mounts.
My patience has reached its limit.
My patience has reached its limit. How many times do you think I've been farming you? So many. And I've been doing it on 25-man mode, which apparently only drops 1 mount.
Nonetheless, your efforts are in vain. It is you reckless.
It is actually easier for me. I have this sort of body that if I'm in bad shape, it doesn't take much training for me to get in an okay, what do you call it, like if I go out running the first time, like I've been running 2 times since I started up again. The first time I ran a certain route, and I could only run 1/4 of the route because I was tired. It's been a while since I exercised. And then afterwards somebody reached level 120. Then afterwards I tried again last night, and I jogged 2/3 of the way. So my stamina had improved quite fast. So I hope I can jog the whole route at some point.
Now
I'll get there. I'll get there.
But they are too late. The powers contained here are sufficient to destroy
I don't have a target.
10 times over. What do you think
Again, another villain that has to talk. He's gonna tell me how tough he is. Okay, where's the red one? Wait, what? Oh, there it is. Okay, I was about to say where it was. Oh, we need to roll. So we rolled 2 times then, because there's a chance of 2 mounts here. 16. Which mount is that one? That has to be the range of the Ashura Drake. That's what I just rolled for. Now I'm rolling for the Blue Drake, which is 18.
Regardless
What was
of
the other one?
Malagos's
16?
recent
I don't know.
transgressions, I will mourn
Didn't get it.
He was once
But I got a
protector.
an
This
okay
day,
looking shoe,
one of the
which is
world's
okay.
mightiest
I'm always okay with
has
transmog.
fallen. The red dragonflight will take on
Where's
the
the exit?
burden of
Oh, there it
mending
is.
the devastation wrought on Azeroth.
That was that excitement.
Return home.
It's kind of exciting when there's 2 mounts dropping with a 5% chance. Reminds me when I was grinding for, oh, what is it called? Reigns of the Raven Lord. I actually have it here. I'll show it. Oh, my menu disappeared. I have to reload. Oh, come on. I don't know why Bartender keeps making my menu disappear. So if we go in here, I think it's over there. Mounts. Raven Lord. This one right here. Looks very cool. It's one of the ones that has a 5% drop chance in a certain dungeon. The rest be forgotten to walk upon the ground. Clip wings and shame. So this is this used to be a sort of Raven Lord, but then something happened and like his wings were cut, so he can't fly anymore. So now he's a running mount. Kind of sad. They have sour cream and onion on them, just so you know. It's not boring rye bread snacks. They do make quite a bit of noise, so I'm gonna eat them away from the microphone. Oh, there's the Ice Crown Citadel. So there's a wait, what? There's a dungeon in this expansion called the Vault of Akavon, which apparently has 4 bosses that all have a chance to drop this mount. Where is it? I don't see it. Is it a raid? It's a raid. He can drop the mount. He can drop the mount. They all drop the mount. Interesting. It looks so basic. It's a 3-person mount, which I do actually have this one, kinda, but with a vendor on it. So it's not really, I mean, it's something I would collect to have it as part of my collection, but I wouldn't be using it because I have a better version of it. If I got this mount now, it's actually kind of weird because back when I was maining my Death Knight, that was the time when I wanted this mount in this specific raid, because it looks like a Death Knight mount. And it can fly, even though it's a horse, it can fly. So, I'm just see. Alright, we need to double check the difficulty here. Okay, so it's heroic, 25-man mode now. Okay, I walk in. It's gonna change it now. Just wait. No, it's still heroic 25-man mode. Maybe they fixed it, because it also just remained the same yesterday. Oh no, I think I know why. When last time I switched to right before I walked in here, and I know there is a time lock. Like you have to wait about 1 minute to change the difficulty again. So when I walk in, right after changing the difficulty, it can't change me to 10-man mode. So, or normal difficulty, because there's a time lock. That's actually neat. There's also another mountain here that I actually want to get. There's an achievement for it. Just gonna double check it. Dungeons and Raids. Lich King Raid. I've done a lot of these. Done more than I thought I had. It's one that gives a mount. But it's like 10 player mode. Wait, where is it? It should give me a, at the bottom of one of these achievements, like, this gives a mount. Okay, it's not giving me anything. Which is weird. What is it called? Raider of the... Let's see all the results. Raider of the Ice Crown, 10 player. This one. Once bitten, twice shy. And then been waiting a long time for this. So this first one here is defeat Blood Queen Lanathel without becoming a vampire. And then you have to defeat her while a vampire. Then there's another one where you have to, while fighting the Lich King, acquire a stack of 30 necrotic plague before defeating him. Like, that's the one I needed. And then I have another mount. But it's just so difficult. And I don't really understand, because I believe I have beaten the vampire queen without becoming a vampire, and also as becoming a vampire, but it's not registering it. Maybe it's just because I haven't done the one without the vampire, and it's not going to register any of them until I've done that.
You have found your way here, because you are among the few gifted with true vision in a world cursed with blindness. You can see what is this disturbance?
She has quite a bit of shield. Oh, I upgraded my inventory. So now I can actually... oh, I should probably move my things up. Now I can actually have stuff. Breath of 1 Samdi, we're gonna put that up there. This is a crafting thing. Whoops, there you go. All these things are worth keeping because they are crafting materials. My dog is coming up now. What's up? You want to be a streamer? Yeah. You have to have a great personality first. Do you have that? Yeah, you do. You could always be a streamer. But daddy, I don't have a computer yet. Ah! You're getting heavy. Okay, okay. Ah, there we go. Spire Frostworm. I never really understood why you had to defeat this enemy first. But apparently you do. I love the fact that Merlin Bronzebeard is here, because in Warcraft 3 he dies because Arthas kills him. But apparently you find out in this expansion here that he just lost his memory and he was wounded. And you help him regain his memory, and then he remembers who he is. and he's been like living with other, like, I don't know if dwarves or something in another area here, without knowing who he is. Yeah, he wants attention. He's bored. That's what it is. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I forgot to shoot. Ah, please, please let me make it. Okay, I made it. No, it exited and entered the game again. Why does it keep doing that? Ah, it's doing the glitch thing again. Okay, after we after we land this plane or whatever that is, airship, I'm gonna have to exit and enter the game again. It's so weird. It's only after the latest patch that it has started to do this, where it just shuts down and shuts up again. Like, I can see the game now. You guys can't, but I can see it. Okay, let me see. Exit. Come on, exit game. My mouse cursor has disappeared, so I can't see what I'm clicking. I'm just guessing that I'm hitting the right thing. If I enter the game fast enough, it should start me up at the same place. I'll take a snack meanwhile. Hopefully you should be able to see it in just a second. It did kind of shut down again just now. Can you see it? No, because it did the thing again. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this again. That's so annoying. Shutting down, opening up again. So weird. Did it again just now. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do something else. I am going to just record my screen. There's a difference between recording the game and recording the screen. It's more reliable if you record the game, but I'll just record the screen then, because that will work. My mouse cursor is here. That's something.
Every horde soldier that you killed, for every alliance.
And after we're done here, after we're done with the raid, or maybe when we go into the next instance there, I might try shutting down the game again.
The Valkyr work to raise your fallen. And Skur, things are about to get much worse. Come, taste the power that the Lich King has bestowed upon me.
A lone orc against the might of the Alliance?
Oh, Meriden. You're so cocky. Underestimating your enemy. Dwarves. Another fun trivia. Oh, he died. Oh no. He died too fast. Or did I become stronger? Let's go ahead and sell some of the stuff we have. Because we have plenty of stuff in our... Oh my god, I needed repairs. That's good I did that. Sell, sell, sell.
Such a tragic end.
Okay. Let's see, we're gonna sell... We're basically just gonna sell a bunch of things.
There in the distance.
This right here I do not want to sell. I'm just gonna put that up there. This thing I want to keep as well. Not collected. Soulbound though, it's cloth.
Soldiers, fall in! Looks like the horde are coming to take another shot.
Yes, I do want to sell this. And that one. Okay, it's not selling.
Don't force me hand, orc. We can't let you pass. Behind you lies the body of my own.
You can kind of watch Southfang there in the background. Meanwhile,
me from him. I can't do it. Get back on your ship and
Let's go ahead and put these down here so we have extra space up there. These are all things I can sell in the auction house. So I want to price check these at some point.
Farewell, friend of the Grummels.
Let a grieving father pass.
Okay, so once I get in here, I'm gonna try restarting again because it's just so annoying. Okay. Open up again. See if it actually. Whoops! I just closed a bunch of things down there. Let's go ahead and close that all up. I just accidentally clicked something here. 1 second. Open, open, open. And let's double check. Yeah, the screen is dark. It should be good now.
I was not at the raft.
Okay, yeah, it worked.
But the
For some
soldiers
reason,
who
that one
survived
section out
told
there
me
with the
much
ship
of what
is
happened.
glitching every time. Like, it did that
Your
yesterday
son
too.
Fought with honor. He died a hero's death.
So now it's
Deserves a
fine.
hero's
And I'm actually
burial.
not screen capturing right now. I'm actually recording the game. So it's working again.
The chill of this place freezes the marrow of my bones. I can feel the mystique reaching out.
Jaina, why are you crying?
Frost Queen with their lives.
Even dying here beats spending another day collecting reagents for that madman Finkelstein.
It was
They don't
not
die
my
fast enough.
majesty.
Our champions have arrived.
I'm proud of my king.
Support them as we push our way through the hall. Push on!
Muradin, secure the
You
deck
may
and prepare
have
our
won.
soldiers for an assault on the upper citadel.
But now,
Send out another
nothing
regiment.
more traitor. Come,
I must
your
get closer.
second death approaches.
Lay away, your majesty.
I require a target.
I might do some PvP today as well. Because I actually had a lot of fun with it yesterday. Well, not yesterday, the previous time.
Foolish croc.
I didn't think I had fun
You brought
streaming
my
PvP, but
reinforcements
it
with
was
you.
very fun.
Arise, argent champions, and serve the Lich King in death. Come, Scourgeman. I'll show the master
That's
who
an evil
of us
laugh.
is truly worthy of the title of champion. Perhaps you were right.
That's kind of weird. That skeleton guy is a Forsaken, which means that he has already been raised from the dead one time. Now he got killed, and he just got raised for the second time. I don't know, that's just weird to me.
Remain and inform Tyrion of our progress.
I don't think I've ever read about any lore when it comes to that, resurrecting the same skeleton
The loss
multiple
of our
times.
comrades was unpreventable. They lived and died in the service of the Argent Crusade.
Let's heal up.
In this war against the Scourge. May the light of
Oh.
his race
Okay, so this is not.
My mana is low.
This is not the dragon that gets killed in Legion. Because it has a different name. Is that what the chest is? Yeah. I got something new! Oh, bracers. Braces is just the most boring thing you can acquire. Oh, 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 come on. No! Ah. It went down. I might sign up for a PvP match after this one then. And then I'll do a little bit of dungeon running while I'm waiting for the PvP to load me in. This raid is just so long that if I were to join a PvP match, it's gonna kick me out of the raid again once I enter. And I have to run all the way back again. They're not coming down. There they are.
I'm out of range.
I'm out of range. I love the way they say it. It's like really British, kinda. Oh, my girlfriend and I went to a second-hand shop yesterday, and we found The Lord of the Rings, the first and the second movie. We've been talking about buying all the different Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. We got the Hobbit movies now, and then we went yesterday. We found the first two Lord of the Rings in the second-hand shop. So we figured, why not just get them here? Because they were like $1 each.
Too far away.
Come on. Oh, there's another item. Another item. There's 2 items here. These are some that I can sell in the auction house. I'll put them up there. That's great. I'm gonna have to check how much they sell for. The extended version? I don't know. Actually, I didn't check.
I must get closer.
It's kind of weird because I feel like the extended version of Lord of the Rings is... It's better because you get more of the story. But movie-wise, it feels slow at some points. Like some of the scenes that are in there feels a little bit off. Really, I just got 2 things again. I got gloves and I got a weapon. I don't have this one. Oh, that's a one-handed. Oh, I love the gloves. Oh, that's great. I can probably sell that for a lot. But I love the extended version, even though it has kind of a... Like, some of the scenes might feel a bit off. Because it's a great movie. It's one of the best movies ever. Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
You are fools who have come
It should
to
be the
this
extended
place.
version of The Hobbit that we
icy
bought.
winds of Northrend
But I
will
don't know about the Lord of the
consume
Rings.
your souls.
I don't have a target.
Can I get something? No. Nothing interesting. I wish you could just skip directly to Arthas somehow. I heard something about there being a glitch that you could use in order to just jump up to him, but it's something where you have to go up to him with one of your characters, then you have to have other characters and other accounts, and then you have to all like join that raid that is already ongoing and then beat him or something. I don't know. There's some kind of weird thing you can do. I never tried it. In fact, there was just a whole, like, thousands of players apparently got banned from this game, like yesterday or something, because there was an exploit. Actually, if you go back to one of my streams when I was leveling up this druid here, I ran into a person in one dungeon. It was when there was time walking dungeons, and one of the players there had, like, when you put, like, when you see the person's name on the side, you can actually see what kind of buffs they're using, and he had like a bunch of buffs under him, like so many, and it was the same buff, and it increased his leveling experience by like 5% for each of them, so he could level up to max level within hours. It was crazy. Usually it takes you just about 4 days, 4.5 days, if you like count like every single hour of the day, to level up a character to max level. And he could do it in like a few hours because he had all those buffs, and apparently that was an exploit. And guess what happened to all the people that used that exploit? They got banned for a few days, I think. And then there was some people, some really popular streamers, that were banned for an entire month. And then people started going crazy about, you know, why were they banned for a month when somebody got banned for like 24 hours? And it has something to do with the fact that they were sharing the exploit on stream. And they even openly said on streams that, oh, I should probably not be showing this. I might get banned. Like, there is actually, when you sign the, what do you call it? You know that thing you always have to read and just say, okay, I accept, but you never actually read it? When you play World of Warcraft for the first time, you get to read one of those, and you can just accept it without reading it. And it does actually say in there, if there is a mechanic in the game that is clearly an exploit that should not be used, then even though it's there, it is your responsibility not to use the exploit. Like, just because it's there doesn't mean it's okay to use it. It actually says that. And so many people are just like going crazy about it. The terms of service, yeah, it's called. So if you see an exploit in the game, don't use it. And I kind of got the feeling when I saw the guy. Oh, this is the Vampire Queen, by the way. She gives a certain achievement if you defeat her with and without being a vampire.
You have made an unwise decision.
Oh, they nerfed a certain dungeon in Legion. Or nerfed it. You have to beat all the bosses first. Which I thought you had to do anyways.
We're all
I might as well
getting
just do that.
So-
Oh, that looks kind of nice. That's a staff. No, it's not nice. It looked nice in the picture. It looked blue and it looked cool. Why is it throwing equipment over here? Huh. Like it has taken up a bunch of equipment slots here, and I don't know why. Consumables, right? And that's trading goods. Instead of filling out my equipment bag, it is throwing it over here, which is weird. Oh well. I'm not gonna take care of that right now. Some people try to justify the use of exploit by saying if it's illegal, then why don't they remove it? Yeah, exactly. One of the issues that was talked about a lot is the fact that Blizzard knew that the exploit was there, and then for 2 days after the community had been writing them on their own forums, because usually a Blizzard game master comes in and replies if there's something like, you know, like an exploit like this, and people they ask about it, like they come and reply. But this time they didn't say anything. They just went quiet for 2 days and suddenly people got banned. Whereas a lot of people talked about that Blizzard should probably have gone in and said, okay, we know this exploit is there. Anyone who uses it from now on out is going to get a ban. Like, and then there was a warning, right? But they just straight up banned. Which, again, I can't really blame them for doing that, because I think it's okay they did it. Because it is in the terms of service, and you should know. It's just common sense. If you find an exploit in an online game with other players, you shouldn't be using it. It's stupid. And even people that argue that, well, it's not really anything, like it's not an exploit that, you know, allow for me to beat other players in PvP very easily. It's just like a leveling exploit for myself. Like, it's not something that hurts other players in the game. Well, no, maybe not in the game, but there's many players that actually spend real life money on boosting their characters in the game in order to get leveled up. And when there's an exploit where people just use the exploit and they don't get punished for it, then all the people who has been spending money to level up their characters, they're getting cheated. Because they spend money for something that they apparently could have avoided spending money for. So if they have a service where they sell boosts so you can get to 110 really fast, then it's unfair for those who actually spend money on it. And that's probably why they were so harsh about it. Do I need to kill this guy? No. Okay. I never tried not killing him before. I'm pretty sure I've never tried that. So I was a little bit hesitant whether or not he was going to, I don't know, cause the door not to close down on me. Those insects reminds me that we just bought insects for our pet hedgehog today. Live insects. I feel like this stream is getting very political. Not talking about politics, but talking about exploits and talking about Article 13 and talking about other things. And maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not. It's filler. That's all it is. It's filler talk while I walk from boss to boss, or while I travel from raid to raid, or dungeon to dungeon. So that was the last one. Now we have the Lich King. What should I do if I actually get reigns of the Invincible's reigns, it's called. If I actually get it, how will I respond? Do bear in mind, this is one of the 2 mounts that I've grinded for the most since I started this game. How would I actually respond to that? I think the time I had the best reaction was when my girlfriend got the Astral Serpent from one of the Pandarian raids. I'm gonna try and get that one today.
You will learn of that firsthand when my work is complete.
Oh my god. Evil coming with this big, what is that, an anecdote? You know, just talking.
Will be testament to my unbridled power.
So this is the continuation of the Frozen Throne expansion. Yeah, it actually is. This is a raid. Actually the final raid, I believe. No, I can't remember if this is the final raid or if Uldir is the final raid. I didn't play when this expansion came out, so I don't know the order. But yeah, essentially after the Frozen Throne in Warcraft 3, you oh, come on, get his health down. There we go. I was afraid that he was going to spawn a thing that was going to push me over the edge, because that's one way to die. After the Frozen... after the Frozen Throne in Warcraft 3, after that expansion, Arthas, he defeats Illidan, who gets wounded, and he goes to the top of the big ice spire thing, and he puts on the helmet and the rest of the outfit, and then he sits down to meditate for like, I don't know how long he meditated, a few years, like 5 years or something, and he tried to come up with some kind of solution to, I don't know what, but he had to figure out, what am I going to do next? And then he decided, after he woke up again from this meditation, that he wanted to kill everything in Azeroth and bring back to Scourge, you know, all the undead people, and use them as his army. I don't exactly know what his goal is, which could actually be interesting to watch a lore video on, now that I'm thinking about it. Because he is one of my favorite characters. In fact, okay, boys, go over here for a second. I actually have his character here. So, he's the only character I actually have as a model. Where should I put this? Because I actually want it here now. We can put it somewhere where it doesn't fall down. Maybe here. Be good? Yeah, he's gonna be watching me.
Light, grant me one final blessing. Give me the strength to shatter these bonds.
Exactly. The Frozen Throne ends with Arthas claiming the Frozen Throne. He starts by just having his Starts by just having the sword, which corrupts him, makes him more and more evil, and then he tries to find the rest of the outfit, because the helmet is what makes him like truly evil, or truly the Lich King. Once he puts that crown on, he becomes the Lich King. So that's what he's searching for in the Frozen Throne expansion in Warcraft 3. And now that he found it, he's the Lich King, and he can control the Scourge, and he has all these really awesome magical powers of the dead. Did I just get respawned? Okay. There's gonna be a cutscene just now. I'll let it play. If you haven't seen it, I'll let it play. This is what happens when Arthas finally dies. No, I didn't. 3D print it. I don't know if you remember the ending to the Frozen Throne, but he actually kills his dad, which is the king. That's his dad.
Father, is it over?
At long last. No king rules forever, my son.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Without its master's command, the restless scourge will become an even greater threat to this world. Control must be maintained. There must always be a Lich King.
Exactly, that's the cutscene I was talking about from
Weight of
Warcraft
such a
3.
burden. It must be mine, for there is no other.
Tyrion! You hold a grim destiny in your hands, brother. But it is not your own.
Bulva! By all that is holy.
The dragon's flame seal my fate. The world of the living can no longer comfort me. Place the crown upon my head, Tyrion. Forevermore, I will be the jailer of the damned.
No, old friend. I cannot.
Do it, Tyrion! You and these brave heroes have your own destinies to fulfill. This last act of service is mine.
You will not be forgotten, brother.
I must be forgotten, Tyrion. If the world is to live free from the tyranny of fear, they must never know what was done here today.
I'll answer that afterwards.
Tell them only that the Lich King is dead, and that Bolvar Dragon died with him. Now, go. Leave this place and never return.
Okay, so before we go to rate this raid, according to the storyline, we worked together with the Horde. The Alliance and the Horde worked together to attack Icecrown Citadel and defeat Arthas. Like they actually told him, "Come out here. We're gonna kill you." And Arthas actually comes out. And Sylvanas, we only just found out like this year, I think, or was it last year? Betrayed both the Horde and the Alliance, which they don't know that she was the one behind it, by throwing down poisons, like Scourge poison, on both the Horde, the Alliance, and the Lich King in order to kill him. So she tried to sacrifice everyone to just get the Lich King dead. When that happened, the leader of the Alliance faction that was at the gates of this Icecrown Citadel was what was his name? Bolvir? That guy up there, Fort Dragon. He was the leader of the Alliance, and then Cao Feng's son, I believe, was the leader of the Horde side at the gates. And they both died, apparently. And then we find out later on that Bolvar Fort Dragon wasn't actually killed. There were some dragons that came in and speared fire and stuff, and he got burned, but he was still alive. And the Lich King is now torturing him for information. So that's the guy that was strung up on the chains up here at the top. That was Bolvar Fort Dragon, which he was torturing. And because he was so tortured and no longer human in his appearance, he decided to take on the immense responsibility of becoming the new Lich King. And Cao Feng's son, which we kill previously in this raid here, becomes raised as a Death Knight. So that's what these dudes are. This guy here, Tyrion Fordring, is one of the most famous paladins to ever exist in the world of Warcraft. At this moment here, as I'm standing here, he is the most powerful paladin in the world. Which is kind of funny, because he dies like that at the beginning of Legion, which is really anticlimactic. But yeah, let's see if we can get... I haven't rolled it yet. 15, okay. Can't even see the pictures. No, didn't get anything. So Tyrion, yeah, he was here to assist me. And he considered taking the responsibility of becoming the new Lich King, which now Bolvar is. Another fun fact. At the end of Battle for Azeroth, at least right now, as we're in this patch here, because they unlock the different storylines in Battle for Azeroth, one patch at a time. Right now, we just found out that one of the main characters that has been helping us out in Battle for Azeroth, called... oh, what is her name? Tiana or something? Is actually the daughter of him, the guy that's sitting up here right now on the frozen throne. And we are telling everybody that he's dead. So the whole world thinks that Bolvar is dead now. Which we know he isn't. He's the new Lich King, which I hope she's not going to find out, because that might be quite a bit of a shock. Yeah, so a little bit of lore there, which is funny. I have not played that part of the lore myself, but I have looked up guides online, or, you know, other people telling me. This right here, you might recognize. It's Uther from Warcraft 3. When he got killed by Arthas, his soul was trapped inside Frostmourne, which is the sword that Arthas has. So now that we killed Arthas, his soul is brought down here. So we can actually... well, actually we can't talk to him. Sometimes we can. I don't know why we can't now. But that's Uther. The first paladin to actually have created this paladin club. I don't know. The first paladin to ever make a paladin thing. He was the founder of it. Knight of the Silver Hand is called. Yeah, Uther the Lightbringer. Yeah. That's kind of fun. Fun fact, they, right at the beginning of Battle for Azeroth, they made a few changes to the world. Just a few. And one of the changes they made is, if we go to Uther's tomb right now, the place he's buried, they changed the entire look of his tomb. for some weird reason. Like, why would they change his tomb unless Uther's burial place is going to be something that is going to be part of the BFA storyline? Like, they wouldn't just randomly update it for no reason if he's not part of the BFA expansion. So that I'm kind of curious to see what is going to happen to. Okay. I am not gonna do Uldir. I'm just gonna say it. That is too long and not really a mount that I really want. So I'm not gonna go through it. What I am going to do is I'm going to sell some of these things that I just collected. And then I'm gonna go to Pandaria. Because I just want to do that one round before I do any PvP or anything like that. Let's see. Actually, we could just queue up for PvP while I'm in Pandaria. Let's see. Some of these things. There we go. Again, we're getting quite a bit of gold. Let's go back to Stormwind first. I have played Diablo 1 all the way back in the days. No, that was Diablo 2. I played Diablo 2, but that was only like I tried it for like 15 minutes and then I was too scared to play it. But I did play Diablo 3 quite a lot. Also the expansion for it. The one with the Reaper. I don't know what it's called, but it's with the Reaper on it. And I played it for quite a while, but I just got a little bored with the grinding. Again, it's something that's personal preference. Like, some people just really enjoy getting loot all the time, which I can definitely see is fun. A lot of people complain that World of Warcraft should be more like Diablo when it comes to the loot system. But I actually kind of like that you rarely get loot in this game that you can use. It makes it like one of those yes rewards. Like, get really happy. I would probably like Diablo 2. Oh my god, look at all those transmogrifier mounts. Look at those two. Jankin the Gullible. Inquisitor something. Alright, I'll just let them continue their talking. Let's see what we can sell these things for. This is going to be interesting. I'm always, it's like jiggling in my hands. Yep, Diablo 1 gave me nightmares when I first tried it. I was like 8 or something. Yeah. It is, like, in that time period, they were really scary games because there was nothing really like it. 100 gold. Now the thing is, I could technically collect this thing and have it for myself. Like, I would much rather have this transmog myself if it's just 100 gold. Yeah. Alright, I'll sell it. It looks kind of cool, so I'll go ahead and sell it. Create auction. Then we're gonna check the next one, slippers. Today somebody tried to like really undersell it. That's annoying. When the price was 237 gold and then somebody undercuts by that much, like 50 gold. Like, the market value is gonna go way down. 23 gold? Seriously? What is that? Let me just... How does that look on my character? 2 not so much, but 2 has a lot of cool cutscenes. I've binge completed Diablo 2 a lot of times just for the cutscenes. I didn't really get past the first section, so I might consider trying that at some point. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy that item, because now it's not there anymore. and then I'm gonna sell it to the same price here as that other one. 324. And let's just say 0. I'm undercutting this guy. I'm being rude. But I'm increasing the market value because some guy is really underselling his shoulder pads. This thing. Oh, that's good. 533. That's a lot of gold. 500. I don't think I'll sell this. Like, I won't actually get anything from it. I wonder if there's a limit to how much you can auction. 41. What is that? Cloth? Yeah, how does it look like? Oh, it's actually okay. It's good for like realistic armor. Let's see. 120. Is that's also cloth? I'll sell it. This is leather and it's not collected. How much will I get for it? No current auction found. Let's go ahead and check it then on the online auction checker. Yo yamba. What is that? Breeches? Oh wow. That actually sells for quite a bit. Like the latest, it has been selling for about 3,900 gold. So I'm gonna set it to 3,900. That is okay. I'm not gonna put that on then. Oh, look at this one. 4,400. 1,187. Man. No, I'm gonna set this to 0. I'm gonna undercut this guy with 41 copper. What about Battle Royale games? PUBG, Fortnite, or Apex Legends? You could try Apex Legends on live stream. Really popular these days. I tried PUBG, actually, which I kind of liked. It reminds me a little bit of Arma 3, which I also like because it's very realistic. I'm not much to Fortnite, personally. It's a very fun game, probably, for the right players. But it's not really my style. You could try Apex Legends. I have heard about Apex Legends. Shooters is something that, like, I pretty much owned all the different Call of Duty games, for examples, in the past. Black Ops 1, 2, and 3 and all that. But it's one of those type of games that I really enjoy playing for a short amount of time, and then I don't play it anymore. So I probably won't be playing it. Looks kind of cool. I really like how this looks like. That is a badass maze. I'm a big fan of low-key looking armor. Not low-key as in Thor and Loki, but low-key armor. One thing that I'm really careful about not doing on my streams is playing games that others enjoy watching, but I don't enjoy playing. I think that a lot of streamers on Twitch that plays Fortnite and Apex, like they play the game because it's popular and people will watch it. And if I get an audience in on my channel, if I attract people to my channel playing Apex, but I don't enjoy playing it, then I'm going to have people on my channel who don't... Oh, right, we need to do this raid. I'm gonna have people on my channel who don't really want to watch the other content I do. Like, they don't want to watch World of Warcraft, they don't want to watch horror games, they don't really want to watch that other content. So I like to stick to something that I just enjoy playing. Let's go this way. Now, I have to think here for a second. There's a certain achievement here you can get. I just need like one more achievement. I'm pretty sure, actually. Let me just double check. Raider of the... What is it called? Firelands Raider. Okay, I have 2 more. Bucket list and only the penitent something. During a single engagement, bring Xanax to each one of the following locations in the Firelands before dispatching him. Oh, that's neat. I can solo that one. But this one down here, only the penitent, is one that you have to be at least... Is it 6 people? I think you have to be 6 people. But I don't have 6 people with me, or 5 people with me. I guess I'll just do it. I'll just go down here and whatever. Try and get the last mount from in here. The Firehawk mount is from in here. Yeah, I like PUBG too, but I hate Fortnite. Yep, they will try to force you to play Apex then. Exactly. And trash talk, etc. in chat. Yeah. So it's one of the things that's like it's really cool, or not cool. It's fun to see. Like there's essentially 2 types of streamers on Twitch right now. There's the people that does the sort of content they enjoy playing, and they're either good at it or entertaining doing it. So therefore they have the target group that they should attract to their channel. And then there are people that plays games that like they look up what is popular right now. Oh, Fortnite is popular. People want to watch that, so I'll play it. And then they play a game they don't enjoy playing, but they put on a happy face, they keep joking, and they just try and get good at a game they don't really enjoy playing because it gives views. So they kind of treat it like work. You know how when like some jobs you just don't enjoy doing, but you do them because you have to make money, and that's what I see those people do. Like they oh, there should be a lot of loot in this one. But they do those jobs because they have to earn a living, and then they don't care if it's fun or not because it's money. Oh, let's loot these guys. A trinket. I don't know if I can sell that for anything special, but I'll just take it with me. Okay, this thing I actually equipped now, so I'm gonna sell that. There we go. Forgot about the 3rd type. What is the 3rd type? I got a pet on my run. Yeah, don't like playing, don't care, but have big breasts and can get money out of it. You talk about thoughts on Twitch. That is a 3rd type. That's the worst type. Those are the type of girls that they want to be cam girls, but because it's seen as such a bad thing, they instead go to Twitch and do the pretty much the exact same thing as cam girls do, but it is socially acceptable on Twitch. Therefore, they can do it there without feeling ashamed about it.
I'm out of range.
Those type of girls.
Too far away.
So this boss here should drop a specific mount. Fun fact: my friend, he bought a chest on the black market auction house, which was insured to drop a mount. Like it would drop a mount, and he was hoping to get something good. I don't know if he was disappointed, but he got the mount from this boss here. I think he spent, what was it, like 600 or 700,000 gold. So yeah. We'll see if we get it now. Then I can write him and say that I got it. Oh, I'm grinding down his health. Look at that. Will he actually die before he flies away?
She, 'She, 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 'She,
Come on. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. Come on. No.
I wish I could watch her reduce your
Did I do it? Yeah, he has 1 left in health. Ha! That's the first time I've ever done that with him. My girlfriend from the other room. Daniel, how do you know about Twitch thoughts? You're in deep trouble, my friend. Yeah. Actually, no, she knows about them too. We have had conversations about them. Oh, it's something you can like pick up a feather here or something. Oh, look at that, I'm flying. Oh, look at this. I have never tried this before.
I require a target.
How long can I fly? 16 seconds more. Okay. How am I gonna get it now? We should roll. $15. We have yet to get a 20. What is that? A trinket. Okay. Sometimes trinkets, they trick you because you think you got something. I got something. I don't know how it looks like because I have my tabard on. Not collected, not collected. Okay. A bunch of things that are not collected. So that was pretty much it for this raid here. Hey, buddy. Are you bored? Yeah, you miss your mommy, right? She's next door. Well, not next door. She's on the other side of the house. Alright. That was it. You had your pets. Ugh. Careful about the wire. Oh, good. I like how he knew that his foot was stuck in the wire, so he was like, oh, get it off. Better than he just runs off and pulls out my headphone jack. Okay, so that was pretty much what I came for here. Is there any fun raids here? Oh, this one. Yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. This is one of the mounts I really want as well. I can actually show you the other colored version, which I have. But I want the fire version. Oh, there's also Karashan. Yeah, we're gonna do Karashan as well. That's actually a Legion, which is the previous expansion dungeon. So I can't just like kill the enemies like that. Like I actually need to beat on them for a little bit until they die. It is soloable. Oh, what is that? Hey, champ. You were out when I stopped by. I got a sweet gig set up at the Ring of Blood in Nagrand. Oh, that's cool. I might check that out. I mean, I'll probably win really fast because I'm over leveled. But still. Okay.
Need help?
I unlocked this specific flight point just for this purpose. I'll probably check this first. There we go. Oh wait, there was a question mark. Oh, that was the blueprint I picked up. I have to do this one as well. I have to give this one back. It's so funny it says that Rukma is down here. But that's not true. Like, Rukma is up here. It's actually flying around this thing right here. I have considered if it was cool to set up my warrior. Oh, there's Rukma! He's right there! Okay, so he's here. Oh, I hope somebody's not gonna take him down. You need to Warlords of Draenor, I believe. Yeah, it is the first expansion to ever introduce achievements in order to unlock flying for a certain expansion. It's called Pathfinder. In previous expansions, you could just buy the right to fly once they unlocked it for a certain amount of gold. And I really like that idea. I hate that I have to do achievements in order to unlock flying. But again, I know a lot of people don't like unlocking that achievement, so it could be kind of fun to be the only person being able to fly, and then you fly over, you know, horde players or something. Okay, so he's gonna come by here. Gonna jump up. Just keep an eye out. He should be over here. Coming by again. Actually, let's go down here and watch him. Usually there's a person sitting on top of that thing. The only issue I have with warriors is that they use plate armor. I don't really... Oh, there he is. I don't really like how plate armor looks like. At least when it comes to... If you want a realistic looking armor set, and it shouldn't be flashy, then plate is not very good. Okay, he's coming.
Too far away. I must get closer.
Come up here. I know you can do it. There you go. Okay, I don't think we got anything. We just got gold. Yeah, we didn't drop anything. I was trying to get... Let me just get it here. Oh, what is it called? Spellwing? Yeah. This mount here has a fire version or an orange version, which is the one that this one drops. And this one here is like a spell, so like magic version. It's a mount you can't get anymore actually, because it was one you had to complete a certain legion, the last legion raid on heroic difficulty or higher, and then you would get this mount. Hey buddy, back again. And it was one of those things that only the people who probably had a raid group or like a guild they could do it with, they would actually get this mount. Other casual players, they couldn't get it because you would be too disorganized to beat on heroic difficulty. At least that's my...
A dark wind is blowing.
At least that's my idea about how that was.
You want attention? Or you want so much attention?
Are you bored? Yeah, there's nothing much to do in here. Other than watch your dad play. There's nothing fun, right? You sort of had a bone in here with you. Might have liked that. Oh, scratchies. But you know, one thing about eating bones is that you make a lot of noise. And that's not good for the stream. Then they can hear a bunch of things going on in the background. Right? He's trying to get up on my lap. A few times, because he's so heavy. He's a bulldog, so he will be heavy. I tried taking him up on my lap, sitting here with him, and he just loves the crap out of that. But he's always trying to eat my ear when he's up there, and he's so heavy, so I can't do that. He gets overexcited. Okay, so blueprints. I have a blueprint. I should probably go up and take my resources. because I have not done anything to my garrison here. 500. How many do I have? Oh, it doesn't even tell me. Oh, right. Yeah, I bought these. These were the shoulders I bought because some guy was undercutting the market for like 25 gold. How much do I have? 856? Is that really all I have? I need 2,000 and I need 5,000 gold. The 5,000 gold might make me consider not doing it because it's not worth it. Okay, so if you go out here, there should be a guy I can turn in my blueprint to. It's like a thing I just like randomly got from a drop, and I don't know if it's rare or not, but I will definitely use it. It is the blueprint for Fell Smoke Launchers. And I can turn them in up here. Uh-oh. That was a far fall. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and ride a mount. Because it's not flying, so that's the sound that I imagine it's saying. It's always kind of weird being in an expansion that you remember clearly was difficult to navigate around. Like, if I went through there, I would have to fight all those wolves because I was the same level as them, and they would actually be a small challenge. There should be a person down here I can talk to. Huh. Edgy Garrison Shipyard. I don't have a shipyard. Do I need to buy that? Interesting. I don't feel like this is running very fast. It's probably just a mind trick, but I feel like the horse is riding faster than the flying mount is running. Even though it is the same speed increase according to it. Can I go up here? Then go into my garrison? Come on, make it! You can make it! No. So how many forms of currency does WoW have? Gold and etc. Like most MMO had different in-game currencies, some had 3 or more different types. Oh, buddy. There's so many currencies in this game. Each expansion have like different currencies, like just the different expansions. I can actually show you if I were to go into currency. These are the ones that I've just collected in the game. There are many more. Like these are just the ones that I actually collected some from. But there's so many that I have not collected from. Like Iron Paw token. I just got one of those. On accident. I don't even know what that is. Something about cooks. Like chefs. But there's a huge list. Like just Battle for Azeroth had like 4. Legion also have at least like 3 or 4 different kinds. So about that many for each expansion. We have garrison resources, oil, apex crystals. Like that's just for the garrison, like in this expansion here. And then of course there's gold, which is the major one. So do I need to build a naval station? I'd actually like to see, like I also need to build a stables if I want to get some mounts. Oh, can I build it? Oh, I need to unlock something. Can't go there. What does the barracks do? Well, I don't really want those followers. Can I replace it? I can replace it. I'm gonna do it, because I don't need the garrison. I might have needed it back in Warlords of Draenor, but now I don't need it, so And it didn't cost me that much. Let's see. Is there anything here that I would actually have? Medium. Oh, I didn't notice these. I have two different... I have enchanting and... What is the other one? I have another one. Alchemy? I believe it's alchemy I have. So I'll build those. Medium, there's a barn, gladiator sanctum, an inn. Trading post. Is that like a an auction house? I don't know. Gonna have to look up which medium one is the best one to get. For now, I'm just gonna keep these. Can I talk to him? What is he gonna do?
Standing ready.
My very own castle.
I'll call in a few favors.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. So we need to upgrade this one as the next mission. All of them tradable. Only gold, I believe, is tradable. Otherwise, you can earn a lot of gold just farming those other resources. So I don't think you can trade those. Okay. Oh, there's stuff being built. Look at that. And there's a stables. Is that the stables? Yeah, that's the stables. So that's 1 hour. And I don't know if these are also 1 hour. It might be. That's exciting. No auction house winnings. Okay. We are headed elsewhere now. Oh, I went the wrong way. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at my dog. And I had to look at my toe, because I want to make sure that it wasn't getting hurt. Yeah, let's go ahead and join up a PvP match. We will do... I guess a random battleground and an epic. Oh, what is the next reward? A helmet. That's actually better. Let's try and see if we can earn this helmet today. That was actually that would be a good goal. It is 15 item levels better than what I currently have. Once it's fully upgraded, it will be 20 item levels better. Oh wait, no, we need to go this way. I keep forgetting that the portals have changed. Too bad I'm not doing all these in order. Like, I have a list of all the mounts you can farm. Because I might get confused tomorrow about which ones I've done. Okay, so the first one that we're going to go for is down here. And I'm still queued up for Battlegrounds. So it will pop up on the screen once there's a PvP match ready. But meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get a specific few mounts, including the Astral Serpent. So if I win a PvP match, it will give me 40 or 65 conquest points. That's quite a bit of a road to go. I have to win just about 10 matches, roughly, like if we do both of these types. Oh, there he is. Okay. This is actually quite a cool mount. I used to not think it was that cool of a mount, but now that I have this character here, I actually think he will look very good on this mount. I'll sit on this rock over here. Or maybe in the tree. Can I do that? It's like a very thin stick. Can I do it? Oh, I'm sitting in it. This is so weird. There we go. Actually, no. A bear. That would be better. Oh, there's another player next to me. Oh, he's much higher item level than me. Oh, there's a battle. Okay. Oh, did he just try and write to me? I see you, he says. Well, I'm gone now. Oh, I heard somebody else being a feral. No? That's a PvP mount. Oh, so we actually have somebody here who knows how to do PvP. Or at least has been persistent at it. Oh, it's actually tracking my honor points down here. Claim your health stones, mortals, he says. Which one is the warlock? Is that him? Yeah. He's a human warlock, so he's immortal. Oh, somebody's calling me. Probably a salesman, if I'm guessing right. Yeah. Salesman. It's weird, like they only call a few times because they want me to call them back again. I've had a lot of salesmen lately.